I'm suffering. It is hot as hell here. And to think like a week ago, it was 50 degrees. Kind of crazy how that all works out, isn't it? Land of four seasons I live in, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it snows next week. Anyway, what's up, gang? We're here. It's leg day today, dude. It's a good day. We're gonna go at pretty much prime time here. It's 5:03. If you know, you know. On Mondays at 5:30, that is prime time for the gym. So I don't imagine a bunch of the squat racks and leg stuff are gonna be filled up because no one who's hitting legs on Monday? Me, this guy is. All right, a few things going on. Got the friend's wedding here soon, so preparing for that. Got a little speech planned up, a little bit of a cornball speech, if you will, because they're good friends of mine, and I do anything for them. Except, what is it? Except write a killer speech. I'll just write a speech just good enough, so they'll be clamoring for more. You know what I mean? They'll want me around. All right, what do I got going on today? Well, first and foremost, I'm actually gonna take squats off today. We're gonna do leg press. Nothing against squats or you know. It's just my knees have been like not bad. Like I haven't tweaked it since I last tweaked it, but it clicks. It clicks from time to time, and I'm like, well, I don't like that. So it's just kind of a whatchamacallit, a precaution, if you will. So we're just taking it easy on the squats. So we're gonna do leg press instead. And everyone swears that leg press is how you get big legs, and I've just never got leg press. I don't get it. So I've looked up some techniques and did some studying and seen what the deal is. So we'll see if any of these tips and tricks help out with my leg pressing, you know what I mean? But what's on the goal today? What's happening? I saw Michael today. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good little film there. My only complaints are that, you know, it does dive into like more of the music side of things and like who he was as a performing artist. But I want to know who Michael was behind the scenes. Now, I know that Michael has had that Mr. Jackson has had some less than stellar reputation in his later half of life, but you know, this is covering his earlier scene of life, so I want to know what's going on even then. I want to know what's happening, because it kind of more just like I said, it goes into his performing side of things, which is fine. You know, the scenes were killer. Jafar Jackson absolutely nailed it. But like, you know, we're introduced to Bubbles the chimpanzee, and then he's just gone in the later half of the film. Like, and I know that he had to give Bubbles away. Like, Bubbles just wasn't always around, so I know that. So what happened to Bubbles? You know, what's going on with the animals there? You know, it's just kind of stuff like that I'm wondering about. Not so much specifically the animals, but just everything else other than the music. Music was great. Of course it is. It's Michael Jackson. Got some In-N-Out today. In-N-Out doubles. Oh boy, I am excited to get the work in and the pump today, because I have not had In-N-Out in a while. I had this last prep, and then the prep before that I didn't have In-N-Out. I had In-N-Out just before the beginning of my first prep, so it's been a hot minute. So having an In-N-Out double was, oh my god. I feel bad for anyone who doesn't live in the West, man. It must be rough not having In-N-Out. Your state doesn't have In-N-Out, man. You might. Shit, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That sucks. But what else we got today? What else do we have? Champion mentality, right? Chris's stuff was pretty good. I gave it a wash though, and there's some little brown speckles on the shirt, so I'm kind of worried about that. Hopefully it should just wash right out, but if it doesn't, I'm going to be a little peeved. I will be a little upset because I stressed about those items, so we'll see. Alright, gang, well, not too much to talk about today, I guess. Off-season's going good. I'm more so just trying to focus on just getting in protein, because I often worry about, like, I'm really OCD about what protein I get in. OCD? I'm really worried about exactly what I put into my body. Like, you know, everything has to be whole foods. Everything has to be, you know, and I don't think that matters too greatly. I don't think it makes a huge difference. You know, as long as you're hitting your protein, right? And, you know, I question, like, supplements, like protein bars and, you know, and powder protein, but I mean, if you think about it, those are the purest forms of protein you're gonna get. It's just protein. So I say that because, like, I'll come home some nights and I'm just like, fuck, dude, I still have to put down some fish, I still have to put down some eggs, and I'm like, well, why don't I just have a protein bar? I'm like, oh, well, that protein's different. I don't think it makes a huge difference. You know, like with the eggs. With the eggs, I suppose you can argue that I'm getting more vitamins and minerals, but if it's just for a night or two, I think I'll live. I think I'll be okay. Alright, gang. You're still here? Alright, gang. Well, we are going to get in there, and we're gonna freaking wreck some legs in this prime time. So, we'll see how that goes.
That was a rough one.
He's spitting everywhere.
That's new. That's a new. Oh. I'm debating on doing like a set of like RDLs. I might just like one set, just to kind of get that motion in.
Why not?
Yeah, I'll probably do that. Oh.
Nothing. Just do what
Okay. 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 Shit. I'm surprised I was able to get 5 on that one. That's awesome. What's going on, big man? There she is, nice. Not too bad, not too bad.